Quentin J. Bedwell and Cato bring you a synchronized bowels production, The Book of Jacob Kane. The Book of Jacob Kane is a supernatural fantasy set in the old American West. What happens when ancient evils awaken? One man is destined to save the world. The Book of Jacob Kane, coming soon. I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm going to do once that comic comes out. I don't have an intro for us yet, so here the hell we are.
Book
What's
of
up,
Jacob Kane, Part 2.
That's right. We'll just keep it going. We'll make up another one. What's going on, everybody? I want to say sorry for the delay. We were waiting on a guest to show up. We want to make sure that everyone's here to talk about this. Tonight, Inutabi and I, on our normal Tuesday, are going to talk about a Kickstarter that most of you have probably heard of. And if you haven't heard of it, you're about to. Brutal Realm. We've got some folks from Realm Toys here. But first, Inutabi, what's up with you?
Nothing much. Spending money.
Your first Kickstarter, right?
Yep.
This is the first Kickstarter. My microphone is touch, so when I touch the tip, just the tip, it'll cut off. Yeah, this is the first Kickstarter you supported, yeah?
Yeah.
They brought you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in there. We're going to talk about what brought you into it. We're going to go through the chat real quick before we bring the guest in. We got Big M here. What's up? Titan, Hell to the Collective. Rollkeeper, it's brutal. All caps, too. I could have screamed that, but my father-in-law was in there, and I don't want to scare him. Sam said he just backed it. Grimskull and Lion Lord. That's right. We're going to go through that, too. House Hendo, Let's Get Brutal. RoboGeek is here. The not Lion-O. It is not Lion-O. It's Lion Lord. Come on now. Big M is here again. Apparently you're here.
Yep.
Oh, that's because I said it, and we're broadcasting. So if you're not watching on mine, then you can also watch on Inutabi's channel.
That's right.
We are broadcasting on both. Rollkeeper just added a totally not Lion-O. Let's go through. I want to make sure. It's Gonzo is here. Thank you, sir. That'll come up. What's up, people? Grim. Oh, that's Fun Brutal. Let's get my Fun Brutal. Grim Spectre, that's Jason from Realm Toys is in here. Princeton Felix, that's right. Sam, Jacob Kane. We may steal the show a little bit and try to talk about Jacob Kane. Congrats, Grim. You did it. There's going to be a lot of that. Clean shaven Cato, yeah, something like that. Caleb is here, and that's right. Touches the tip. That's right. Let's see. And that's good. So our guest tonight, we've got a few folks in. We have 3 here now and one more to arrive that's going to make an entrance. We have, I'll go ahead and bring him in. We have Carlos Espino from the Brutal Realm Collectors Facebook group.
How's everything? Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming. I loved seeing you guys on Mega J Retro last night. If there's not already, there'll be a link to the Facebook group. I think I've already put it in there in the description for folks to head over to Facebook and follow Brutal Realm Collectors. Lots of news coming in and out of there. We also have from Realm Toys, Jason, Grim Spectre, the one who was cursing in my comments. Shame on you.
That wasn't a curse. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
No, it was more fun. That ain't a curse. No, it's just that's how you cuss when you get like super drunk. It's like, give me a motherfucking beer. And last up, speaking of motherfucking beer, we got James.
This is just sparkling water. So
you got it.
I almost grabbed the beer, but I was like, I'm not feeling it tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh man, that's because you stayed up too late watching those numbers tick up.
Oh man,
I was working.
I've been just like all day, man. It's crazy. And how can I follow these 3 gentlemen? This is not fair. I'm the least interesting one. Thankfully.
Not even true. Not even true.
That's not. I don't believe that's true at all. We do have one more guest that may pipe in here in a little bit once they get freed up. But until then, can I just say First, I do want to say shout out to Inutabi. Again, this is his first Kickstarter that he backed. You guys broke his Kickstarter cherry.
That's right.
And we were gentle with it, or did we get
Yeah.
brutal?
No, it was anal.
Oh,
It was brutal.
It was brutal.
hey, good luck with that.
Yeah, well, this is
Look at
why
that
I don't monetize live streams.
Look at that one.
Yeah, so with three of the folks involved with Brutal Realm here, Inutabi, why did you break in? Why is this, out of all the stuff we've talked about on the channel, you bought it later, but this is the first Kickstarter you've jumped in on? What got you?
Yeah, just to look at the figures, right? So that's right in that realm of the sort of stuff I collect. So, I collect Photo, Masterverse, AWOC, stuff like that. Looks just like I would expect. And a lot of cool accessories. Let's see. Here, let me look at what I got.
Yeah, let's see it.
Pro Man. I got what is
Choice.
it? Chief Matto.
Mato. Yeah, you got those.
Mato.
We got
Motto.
I don't know
Grim
anyone
Sword,
who didn't get Chief. Yeah, Grim Skull.
Yep.
Grim Skull.
Yeah.
And then I got what else?
Did you do Athena?
No, Lion Lord.
Lion Lord.
Oh,
You didn't
Lion
do
Lord.
Athena? Wow.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I looked at it, but I did a little bit on BBTS too because
Okay.
It's the lack of nipples.
That's yet to be determined, actually.
Well,
The lack of nipples displayed on the images on
Yeah,
the Kickstarter.
the render doesn't have the nipples, but there might be something when you get the figures.
free the nipple.
Surprise,
Hashtag free the nipple.
surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker. Excuse me.
I'm not
be cold.
surprised.
It must
You
be
can
cool
let
in
it go,
that
man.
package.
I don't monetize the live streams for freedom.
Just
say
like
what you
Nate
want.
Diaz, right?
Just let it go. I know Articulated Ninja will be thrilled if there is.
Oh, yeah, we know. That's the whole reason. We finally want to get on his YouTube.
Oh yeah.
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 You want to get on Articulated Ninja? I
Yeah.
tell you, no kidding. You get some samples out there, man. He is a good one to send stuff to, and because the way he does his poses and photos, he's a heck of a dude. Good guy too, really good guy. So yeah, I think it's cool that Inutabi actually broke his Kickstarter cherry. You piled in. I thought you might because of it kind of fits into your barbarian He-Man He-Man world.
And now you have a 112 barbarian world you can start building.
Right. That's right.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully it goes
True,
well.
true 112. Yeah.
Yeah, true 112. You put up some. I'll pop the Kickstarter up in a little bit, but you guys added some photos, some stuff for Athena, some scale photos and stuff like that up to the Kickstarter. And I got to be honest, I think I followed this one pretty early on. I believe I was pretty early into it. And listen, I'm just going to be honest.
Please.
I didn't think it was going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think it was going to make it. I thought that, it was looking pretty grim for a minute.
Hey,
right?
there you go. Yeah.
Nice.
But at the same time, I knew, that the last week is always the one, right? That's the one. And I knew BBTS stuff hadn't kicked in yet. I was like, that's going to get us close. And then I say us like I have anything to do with this.
You're part of it.
The backers were going to get close to actually getting this stuff.
FOMO.
Yeah.
No, it's highly articulated. That's what's my backer number. Now, I didn't back until I think you guys were at the two. I think Grim and I were talking a little bit. I'll have to look at what my backer number was, but it's probably like 2. I'm just going to say it was 2. You can't prove me wrong yet until somebody else comes in and says they were.
Wow.
Are
you
it
serious?
wasn't.
Okay.
No.
I'm number 5.
Of course,
I
you
originally backed.
Carlos, you're number 1 in my heart, though.
Always.
That's right.
That's right.
Thank you.
I originally backed for just like the first few, and then I went in. I was like, no, I'll go ahead and get. I got the main heroes. Then stuff started, it started getting closer, and I was like, all right, I'll get the 7, right? I'll do the 7-pack.
All right.
Well, then it got to like this was unlocking and that was unlocking, and I keep adding stuff, and so yeah, I'm pretty deep in now.
Thank you.
I went from just the tip to
full
To
penetration.
the hole.
yeah,
The balls
it's
deep. Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Balls deep. I
Balls
went
deep.
like I'm getting close to the point where I almost have. It's almost makes more sense to do the all in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
getting
I
to-
mean, at that
getting to
point,
that
yeah, you
point.
got to. Yeah.
I
Oh,
tried
we
to
got-
get great deals. I tried to do. Hey, here we go.
Hey,
Ooh.
what's
Yeah,
happening?
Honor-
What's happening? What's happening?
What's
Oh,
Honor,
happening,
everybody
man?
else has
Mr.
introduced
Bonner.
themselves. Tell everyone who you are.
I am David Vonner.
Everybody better know who the
He
fuck
is
David
the
Bonner is.
motherfucking man.
That's it. That's it.
That's all you need to know.
That's
I'm
it.
David Vonner.
That's it.
Who the fuck
I'm,
are all we? We all know
Yeah.
David Bonner.
I know, right? That's the rock star right there.
Go ahead. You got
What you say?
it. You got the screen. Tell them.
Oh, thank you. Well, hey, I'm David Vonner. I am, yeah, helping these guys. Part of the Brutal Realm team. I've worked on Marvel Legends and Marvel Universe and WWE and all kinds of stuff and right now it's just giving back to the community and improving the power of independent toy makers. So like this is really, really cool, man. It's a dream come true, man. It's really, really fun. I'm so proud of the guys for doing their thing. I'm so proud of the community for stepping up and showing up. And man, this just opens up so much for not only Brutal Realm, but for everybody, for all collectors, all creators. They're looking to either start their own thing or support creators who are giving exactly what the fans want. I mean, I think we've all I honestly feel like this is a love letter and a response to the frustrations of toy collectors and particularly the Master Universe collectors. I mean, we've all been frustrated for whatever reason, and we just never have gotten what we really, really, I feel, deserve. So to have like this backing of the fan support, the action figure community, from collectors to photographers to the bloggers, the writers. I mean, we had Toy Collector Magazine behind us showing us
Right.
a big writer. A matter of fact, that issue is a collector's item now. You know what I'm saying? It's an official collector's item. And Todd McFarlane, he broke a lot of records this past week, but the buzz is all about Brutal Realm. So
Issue 13. Issue 13.
Lucky.
Yeah.
unlucky,
I
the
have
lucky
that.
number 13, right? The
That's
lucky
right.
number
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13.
To answer the question earlier, I am backer number 140.
Oh,
Where do you find that
Backer
at?
number-
Well,
backer
you
number
know what?
140.
Thank you, and I love you, man. And
absolutely.
Oh man, I'm stoked.
I mean, this is just so
Like-
dope. It is. I mean, we.
One of the reasons that Inutabi and I started
we
this
just
whole
ride-
thing was to kind of get the word for independent toy creators, independent toy makers, comics, things like that out there. To listen, Mattel, Hasbro, they don't need anybody's help, right? They've been doing this long enough. They're going to get what they're going to get. And I'm not saying I don't collect any of their stuff. It's not a diss on them, but like I just have this. I've gotten in the past year this big like push in my this desire to help independent toy creators. It started with Valaverse and Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. These guys kind of introduced me to the Kickstarter world.
Bobby
and
Collins, my dude. He used to be my intern back in the day.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
And it's so cool that not only were we designers, Bobby included, but a whole bunch of other guys, and now we're starting this movement. And you're right, like Hasbro and those guys, they're going to do what they're going to do, right? But it's for a while, companies like that tried to separate the collector from everyone else. you know, and make it seem as though like collectors are this offshoot kind of, you know, species that just will sound the bullhorn and kind of get whatever is out there, you know, gobble up whatever is out there, right? But we're more than that, you know. I mean, we are a serious consumer group, and within that group, we have a spectrum of different, you know, facets of individuals. You know, why they collect, how they collect, you know, and that's really all part of play too. And I kind of feel like for a long time, you know, some of these companies just start the collectors will fizzle out. Like it's only 5,000 guys out there that's going to buy everything. And eventually, like, you know, they're going to fizzle out and kids don't read comics like they used to. And all this other stuff that we hear that I kind of feel like is self-fulfilling prophecies. You know what I mean? If we do it right, maybe not only will we support each other for like product, but maybe the comic books will be right. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't stand comic books right now. It's like every cover is a little glossy shot. You know, where's that special splash page that introduced you to what was going on, you know, into the book, you know? So it's like maybe if the comics were done, you know, better, instead of people just showcasing this beautiful art, but really get gritty with it and fun with the storytelling, then maybe, you know, people will get back in.
Well, Bonner, I want to say, like, that's what I hope to do. I'm not going to pull the focus away from Brutal Realm here, but a buddy of mine and I are in the middle of doing a comic right now, and that's kind of what our goal is to do something different, make the story matter, make the art matter, and maybe you guys have given folks like me hope and thinking that maybe there can be some figures involved in some of these. And personally, I just kind of like what Jason, what Grimm has said for a long time is, I really just want them for myself and hope other people want them too, enough to make me get them, you know, to get me to be able to have what I want.
And that's usually how it works,
selfish.
right? Like even with music, usually the groups that are like legendary, they made music for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they didn't make music for, you know, the company. They did it for their own ears, and bam, look what you have. A dope Brutal Realm t-shirt that
Where's mine?
on a Prince tattooed arm.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, I'm just so happy for the community in general, man. And this is just a really, really great day. Everyone should be really proud and pat themselves in the back, including James and Jason, man. I mean, these brothers worked hard, tirelessly. You know what I mean? And like, you know, James is, you know, my man. I thought I burn my candles on birth ends. These brothers really do it. You know, James is working like, you know, hard on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
James burns the candle at both ends, but he lights it from the middle.
Hey, baby, that's how you got to do it. You know what I mean? You got to do it that way.
I gotta contribute somehow to this awesome team. So
well,
you know,
let's go around for a second. We talked to, you know, Inu Tabi. He's, like I said, this is his first Kickstarter he backed. That says a lot, because there's probably a lot of folks that are like, finally, this is something I've been waiting for in Kickstarter. Carlos, you started the Facebook group pretty early on. I mean, really early on. I think
Carlos has been
honestly
A1 since day one.
Yeah. So what made you want to do that? Like we kind of did that with AWOC. There's a highly articulated in here. He did kind of the similar thing with AWOC, starting a fan page up. So why this? Why was this the thing that made you want to have a Facebook group dedicated to a Kickstarter that you really weren't sure at the time was going to do anything? It was early.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like belief in like we were saying, like, I'm gonna make this toy line for myself, and I hope everybody else or somebody else like it, right? So Brutal Realm since the beginning on the Instagram, because I know like Brutal Realm from the Instagram when they were like showing off all these like AI images and stuff like of barbarians and stuff, and
that never happened. That never happened.
So that's pretty much, I mean, I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan. Man, I grew up, I'm a kid I'm from 75, right? So I was born in 75.
Yeah, I'm from 72, baby. So you know what's up. Hey.
Good Lord, you people are born in the 70s.
And I grew up in Latin America. So I was fortunate to have a mix between the Japanese animation and the American animation. So I had He-Man, I had Thundercats, I have Transformers, G.I. Joe, and at the same time I have Captain Harlock, I have Mazinger Z. So it was a mix, and listen, barbarians, pretty much, Conan the Barbarian, Tondar, all of that. That's my childhood. So when I saw these images on Instagram, I was like, you know what? I have my platform on Instagram. So you know what? I'm gonna start sharing this on my Instagram because I like it. So out of blue, I start looking at renders and stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, they're gonna make a toy line. So I start talking, I think it was with James. I start talking to James, like, hey, listen, hey, if you're gonna make a toy line, let me know, whatever, this and that. When I find out about the Kickstarter, right away, I was like, listen, we need to spread the word. So I think most of the people our age have Facebook, right? So not everybody have Instagram.
I still have my
So,
MySpace.
so I was like, and the community
Black
on
Planet, baby, Black Planet.
hey,
What you know about that?
the community on
Still have
Facebook
mine.
is so good, and I have the experience with Mythic Legions, like all these communities, AWOC, everybody, you name it, like Savage Crucible, everybody. The communities are something that we need because, I mean, we're people at the end of the day, right? So, and I think having a community where you can share something with somebody else that like the same things you like, I mean, makes you feel good. It doesn't make you feel kind of like away from the rest.
Well, you're
of
not
the
a man
world.
on. So, like, and Tommy and I have talked about this since we started YouTube at around the same time, and we've got a whole group of friends that we've met through this, and as you get older, right, your friend pool narrows, right? So you got like all these childhood friends, and as you get older, you're like, I got like two that I want to put up with, so
Yeah.
I can hang out with them. The likelihood of those two people that you consider your friend giving a shit about action figures or Transformers or whatever is pretty slim. So like when we started YouTube, it was kind of that same idea of like we joke around about it being like an adult show and tell, right? Like, hey, yeah, I'm doing a review, but really I'm just saying, look at this shit I bought. You might want it too. And we're horrible influences on each other because we're like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? This costs money. This asshole right here is the worst one about showing me something cool, telling me he's gonna get it. I buy it, and he's like, I'm like, hey, did you get this? No, I didn't get it. I'm like, you fucker. So he's like a drive-by drug dealer. He's like he's a sober drug dealer, right?
He's a good drug dealer, actually.
Yeah.
He's a good drug dealer.
Yeah. He's never done a bit of coke in his life, but he drives by my house throwing plastic bags of it out the window. So we don't do coke here, honestly. I buy too many toys to afford coke.
This is the drug game, baby. It's the drug game.
That's right.
Where did this live stream go? My
Man,
Christian ears.
We're going to take over the Carter, baby.
Good luck. This is good. This is in this world, we are the hood, and Inutabi is Ronald Reagan.
Right.
He's just passing out crack to the neighborhood so we can get new stuff. Listen,
I'm about to die.
This is the wrong live stream. Sorry.
Oh my God.
But going on around. New Jack toys. That's right.
That's it, baby. Taking over the Carter.
Oh man.
Where's Dan Quayle at? Where's Dan Quayle at? Do we remember?
See, Vonner got the joke.
Don't-
Jason, what made you do Barbarian? So Jason and James, like you guys can both go hand in hand on this. Of all the stuff that's out there, why Barbarians?
Oh, why Barbarians? Because James said so. He's like, let's do Barbarians, and I was like, yes. Yes, let's do them. No, seriously. I mean, I've always been a fan of like Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, He-Man. I mean, I watched all that stuff. 80s was just like it was a constant marketing scheme from all the companies pumping all these awesome freaking cartoons and all the awesome movies, and I was just like hooked from day one. I was hooked. I was like, I gotta have them all. So So I was like, so one day, I got a Marvel Legends puck, and I was like, man, this freaking, I love the scale, I love the size of him. I mean, he is like what, 3 foot, 3.5 feet in comic book world, and so he's like 3 inches tall, and I love the posability of him. And I was just playing with him. I'm like, God damn, I really love this dude. We need to have more figures like this. And I was like, I mean, I love dwarves. That's an awesome race. We need to have more dwarves. So I started.
We
Connor
love
loves
them.
them dwarves too, man.
I mean, fun fact, I got a little miniature man
here we
that lives
go.
right next door to my mom's. I saw him today. I almost passed out, fainted, and praised the Lord at the same time. He's literally shrunk. He's like pantographed down. I swear, it's wow.
That's
Like, he's in
awesome.
proportion. He's 3 3/4 inch man. It's wild. Anyway,
And he's in proportion.
yes, it's wild. It's so crazy. He's like
I
a
gotta get
giant action figure.
You got to get a picture of this for me. I need to see a photo.
I'm afraid he might cast a spell on me.
Oh,
This is not a
Anyway.
conversation that happens on most live streams,
Oh my God.
and I love it. I'm here for it.
Man. I'm too tired.
Again,
to laugh
this
hard.
is why I don't monetize live streams, because you just never know what's going to happen. Somebody's feelings are going to get hurt at some point.
My feelings were hurt before I even walked in. I'm very sensitive.
You clutching your pearls over there, James?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you can't see my hands.
Oh, that's the other pearls.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
yeah.
I was in the process, or just kind of messing around. I hired a dude to do 3D modeling for me for a dwarf, and he did. He came through. He gave me the STLs, and he also 3D printed it for me. And I was like, it needs a lot of work. And I showed it to James. Was like, yeah, it needs a lot of work. And then James knew that I wanted to start my own figure line, and he approached me and he's like, "Hey man, let's do barbarians. We got to do these guys." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I mean, barbarians, yeah.
Okay. Everything
Is there a
Jason.
reason though? But like, is it simply because of the love for like Thundar, Mighty Mightar,
it's mainly Conan. My dad, as a kid, my dad was my mentor, and my dad's mentor was Arnold Schwarzenegger. He loved Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. I mean, I would say we probably watched it every goddamn weekend, and just the music. I mean, the music just flowed, bro. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I'll never forget that theme and the sword movements he was doing on top, and with the wind blowing in his hair. It was just gives me chills thinking about it. And I mean, from that, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you see my Cronin poses, my inspiration straight from Conan.
Yeah. We're gonna do that in a second. Get into the Kickstarter. James, same for you. Like, was it like when he was talking about when Jason was like, we want to do a figure line, and you were like, all right, barbarians. Is it kind of that same feel? Was it Conan, all the 80s, late 70s stuff?
Despite how incredibly young and good looking I am indeed a child of the 70s, just like you gentlemen. And so I grew up, Thundar the Barbarian, Zoltar and the Golden Lance, He-Man was like, I have pictures of me on my birthday getting the Grayskull. And I remember just going to Valley Fair in Newark, New Jersey, getting action figures that were hanging on the wall, and those were my first toys that I remember. Is Grayskull is Masters of the Universe. So it started an impression in Conan. Watching that when I got older, and Conan the Destroyer, and then the Barbarian Twins, and Beastmaster and Krull.
Beastmaster.
I mean,
the Barbarian Twins, dude.
Yeah, the Barbarian Twins. Yeah,
I saw that at the drive-in, man.
Exactly like them.
Yeah.
I'm a big
awesome.
fan of all of that stuff of 80s movies, some 90s movies, but it always just was back here. And when I started, collecting toy lines, nothing was filling that void for me, for that itch that everyone was coming out with. Marvel Legends was clearly a progression of the toys we had when we were kids. G.I. Joe Classifieds, clearly a progression. Masters of the Universe, it's a great toy line, but it doesn't have the same aesthetics that I would want as a progression. Motu, especially by the Four Horsemen, those stat action, what are they called, action figures? That's kind of more what I would want. And so I thought, why isn't anyone doing a barbarian that is super ripped? And I hit up Jason, and he's been all for it, and here we are. So
it's awesome. Real quick, I want to go through some of the chat. I don't want to disrespect the folks
laser
that show
pants.
up. I'm not going to highlight that comment. He's just jealous.
Yeah.
He's getting a little laser chubby watching everybody on here.
Don't burn yourself.
Disciple 860, New Jack Toy, Nino Brown said so. That's right. Nino Brown. House Hendo, live action TV took off in the 90s. Hercules, Beastmaster, TV series, Xena, Warrior, Princess, Love.
I never watched any of that.
Oh, man, the Sam Raimi
Yeah, I
stuff
didn't either.
was stupid and awesome.
Really?
Yeah,
I never watched.
But you know what we did love though? We all love wrestling, and wrestling did a lot. I mean, Rocky with Thunder Lips, Hulk Hogan is Thunder Lips, right? Seeing Warrior, like Warrior changed the game. You know what I'm saying?
God.
And how jacked he was
Warrior
and everything.
fan.
Yeah, same.
Right?
Yeah.
And like for me, it was like Tony Atlas was just huge, but then Warrior came and was like jacked.
Yeah.
So, all that stuff, they were like living barbarians at the time. You know what I mean? Like Ravishing Rick Rude, and I mean, all those dudes.
Oh my gosh.
Right? They were jacked, right? So it was, and even to this day, like wrestling is still like real superheroes, like real barbarians, real guys doing that stuff. And I think all that stuff really like just created like this cosmic super in our minds. You know what I mean? Where it hit us right at the perfect time where we were becoming young men, young males, and even the females. I mean, they were just all coming to themselves, and you can also get some moral stuff out of that too. Like, which is why I love, comics and all that stuff. Like, you can there's a clear good guy or bad guy, and it is like Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? Like, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. Like, that was like at the time. That was real. Like kids actually thought if they said their prayers and eat their vitamins that they would get 26-inch pythons.
Man, I was eating Flintstone vitamins and looking at that.
Turns out it was steroids and Coke. Laser Pants chimes in with a 9. Thank you very much, Laser Pants, for the $9.99 super chat, and welcome back to the real world. Since you were up in that, I'm in the South, so you were up in that New York area.
New York City. Ada, where are you?
I'm in Western North Carolina, up in Appalachia.
North Carolina.
I'm in Georgia. I'm
Georgia,
in ATL. Right. Yeah.
And so Laser Pants is jealous. He says, "See how it is. The whole crew shows up on the Cool Guy channel." Okay.
Absolutely.
That's true. And Titan is right. It's the smoking jacket. That's what does it.
I love it. I love it, brother.
It's all right.
You're doing proud, my brother. You're doing.
That's right. It just makes it easy to get ready for live streams. I'm half naked under here.
Hey, baby, with your slippers on. No
don't ask me to,
slippers in the
I told somebody
jacket.
earlier.
That's my style.
I did have one fuzzy slipper on, and it's not on my feet.
Hey, let them dangle with a jangle, baby. Let them dangle with a jangle.
Oh my god.
I'll stand up in a minute and show. No, y'all.
That's okay.
That's okay. Has to be the robe. Go through Junkion. Oh, hey, Junkion, thanks for being here. Fifi's feel the pain, hugs. Yeah, there's some weird comments in here. I hope I'm missing something, and I just didn't get the whole conversation. Waiting for the Thundar homage.
I love the weird conversations. I love weird conversations.
Same
I live
here,
in
man.
weird, man.
Same here.
I live in weird. It can be uncomfortable. It's okay. Let's see. We got Disciple 860. Oh, the Rambo cartoon, man. That was
good. Rambo.
What was that?
Did you guys have the 6-wheeled vehicle? Do you guys remember the 6-wheeled vehicle?
I do.
That came out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had that thing. I
That
put
was
my
at a time when they thought that every violent cartoon could come out as long as you could add like a team of kids and a dog.
Bro, like
yeah.
RoboCop. Like
Yeah.
RoboCop is literally more violent than Scarface. Like Homeboy is getting blasted umpteen times, and we had a cartoon, we had a toy line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 80s were the best,
did it.
man.
They were the best, man.
They were
They
the best.
definitely did it. Mighty Hendo. Midnight Express from the wrestling. Yeah, Road Warriors.
Oh,
yeah,
I love the
Warriors,
Road
yep.
Warriors.
Animal and
Man.
Hawk.
George the Animal. Oh,
That was
God.
that was good times in wrestling right there.
Browser Brody.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
All right, let's start talking about the good news. Let's bring up the
Good
is the
news. What
good
good
news,
Oh, wow.
everybody.
Jesus,
Look
I'm going to
at
have to
this.
get off soon and do another update.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Come on, man.
You start
Wow.
seeing
Yes.
that number keep going up, you really are going to get off.
You're about to.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're almost
7K went up
completely
again.
funded.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I mean, Todd
Wow.
McFarlane broke
Wow.
the records, but Brutal Room, everybody's talking about us, and I love it. I
Wow.
love
That's
it.
right.
That's right.
Well,
yeah.
and you kind of they've kind of made jokes in the comments a little bit about it. Vonner has said something about it, but you guys have been making rounds, like shamelessly going on channels that just like, hey, I want to spread the good word. I'm knocking on. You're the Jehovah's Witness of Brutal Rounds. Just
Absolutely.
going. Let me tell you
Half
about
my
my
family are
Barbarian
Jehovah's
Savior. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
But you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
that's what you got to do. Like I told these guys earlier, is like,
You
man,
do.
we got to treat this like it's an album. You know, we
Yeah.
got to promote it like it's an album,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
and reach our fans and consumers where they are. You know what I'm saying? And not be shy or afraid to talk to them. And also, too, these guys got a fantastic story. They're creating a fantastic legacy, and it's something to be talked about and celebrated. And you're seeing this all the way around.
you were
And
talking.
it's
We were
been a
talking
great
earlier about. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
I was going to say, it's just been a great learning experience. I know there's a lot of stumbling in the beginning on this Kickstarter and our whole page in general. We're learning as we're going, but I've learned a lot. The next Kickstarter we're going to do, oh man, it's going to be like butter. We're going to have everything
I like that
ready.
you already saying the next Kickstarter.
Well,
I might be emailing all y'all to ask you how to do it.
The only way we're going to, absolutely, please, we'll definitely help you. Only reason why we're going to probably do another Kickstarter later on after people get our figures is because we're going to have to fund another set of bodies. We'll have them all prototyped, printed, and painted this next time and rendered. It's going to be awesome when we do it next time.
And can I also just mention that this launched at a crazy time. I mean, we had a HasLab going on, we had Comic-Con going on, we had Spawn launch on the kick. I mean, we had so much that.
And Vonner always believed. Vonner was like, "Do it."
He's
and
like,
I was like, "I
guys.
don't know if we should. Maybe we should." That was how I sounded. And Vonner was like, "Hey, listen, there's always going to be something. Let's do it." So,
Hey, and can we? I mean, honestly, can we just say shout out to Big Bad Toy Store because they were coming in clutch.
Oh
They,
my God.
Absolutely.
I mean, when everyone was worried and we all, I mean, Tavi and I talked about it. We were like, I don't know if it's gonna. I mean, even if because you start saying this stuff like, well, if it doesn't fund, it's not like it's the. A lot of things don't fund on the first go around. They'll at least get the word out. It didn't really, other than the money that you already spent doing the stuff, you just launch another one at a different date and go stronger when there's less in the background. And then BBTS numbers kicked up, and they're like, "Oh, that took us almost there." Like that's close.
I mean, they're a great partner. And actually, Laser Pants mentioned Chartemis. And you know what? That was actually, Chartemis's Kickstarters, both of them was a big learning experience. I don't even consider it a failure. I consider it a learning experience, and circling the wagons, like just studying everything again, but also too, like, having Big Bad Toy Store on board as a partner, man, like they really care about independent creators. You know what I'm saying? And they supported Chartemis, through and through. So I mean, they stood their ground. They stuck behind their belief, and they could not have been better partners throughout this whole process.
Absolutely. And thank you to all the people ordering from Big Bad Toy Store because that allowed them to show us their support. So
I mean,
absolutely,
the pre-orders, and I can understand like the like if you're going pretty deep into the Kickstarter, it's not cheap. Like it is the value. I'm not saying it's not a value, right? The value is there, but it's still not cheap. It's money.
No.
People work hard to make it. And BBTS offering their, delayed payment and the $4 flat rate shipping. There's a lot of pull there, and the numbers all add up anyway. It all helps. But then, then they chimed in and said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and put in another order. We're going to take it over the edge so that we can get moving. And that was the gas pedal. I think that was once people see, and that's the way it always works with Kickstarters. People see like, okay,
that wasn't
now
the gas
I know.
pedal.
Yeah,
that was the nitrous.
That was the night. Yeah, you're right about that.
The ludicrous speed.
They keep some folks in the chat. I do want to say this. Some folks in the chat keep mentioning Mythic Dolphin. That Mythic Dolphin is a superhero when it comes to Kickstarters. Like, I don't know how much stuff, but it's just always in the comments on the Kickstarter, asking questions,
she's answering questions. I mean,
answering questions.
People have all these questions, and we don't even get them. And she's like monitoring them, and she's like, bam, 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 bam. I mean, she is like to the T.
Awesome.
So, most of the time she's right. I had to help out today, but most of the time she's right. And
I mean, but from a fan perspective, I think it's awesome. I think it's. I mean, but folks like that, folks that are super backers, and I think I think actually this may take me into the super. I may become a super backer after this.
Back that thing up, baby. Back it up.
That's why I don't wear pants. But I apologize, Lord. I apologize. Be with the starving pygmies in New Guinea. I didn't mean to say that.
I love it. I love it.
V Conley, good friend of the channel. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Just wanted to shout and say thank you for making the Ogun figure. It's nice to see more African lore in figures.
It really
I
is,
think
man.
that's one thing that you guys did really well in this line is how am I going to say this? The welcome and unforced diversity. It all makes sense. Like everything makes sense in the fiction, right? It's not. It doesn't feel there's anything other than say, hey, let's have a whole bunch of cool figures from different lore around the world, and it all makes sense in there.
Diversity works when it makes sense. That's all you have to do.
When it does what it's supposed to do.
When it's not forced.
Well, it's just a poor storyline, and not to say I'm a great story writer or anything, but we created this world where it all makes sense. It's just like Pangea supercontinent, and there's these different lands, and people are different, and they come together for this one great epic thing. And it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. I mentioned earlier you guys put up some photos of scale to show like Marvel Legends.
Somebody pointed that out, and they made a great point that I didn't have that up there.
And it worked. Like, I love how this works. And I've mentioned before when Inutabi went on last week, we were talking about the Kickstarter before it really took off. That the value to scale that you get is pretty crazy. And I know a lot of folks talk about you guys were on with Mega J Retro last night, and he brought it up too. That the size of the figure for what you're paying for the figure is a pretty great value. Like this would be considered, like you consider Grimskull a deluxe figure, the wired cape and stuff like that. But that deluxe figure price is pretty much what most people probably thought the regular figure price was.
Right.
And
that's the beauty of owning your own IP and not have to deal with a license. Or deal with the padding that that toy companies add into their costs and everything. You're getting exactly what you want: the value, the characters, the deco, the articulation, the dope sculpt, and this is what can be done without all of that stuff in between.
I completely agree. So Killian the Red was one of the first kind of surprise figures. I don't want to say it was one of the later added figures, but you guys decided to added it to make it an add-on pretty quickly. I think that was a smart decision because I think it got more folks to bite into the support for.
I think all of Ireland stood up when they saw.
Yeah, that's right. The world shifted. The whole world shifted. Everyone put their beer down.
Do you see what's behind the 4-leaf clover?
I can't see it. What is it?
The continent of Africa.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Because I'm
Hey,
black
man,
and
that's
Irish.
awesome.
I'm black
right.
Irish.
Black and Irish. So Ogun is who they were mentioning earlier. This was probably one of the first like figures that I know people were clamoring over. Like to have that as a figure in the first wave was brilliant. I think it's the lore of the character. I think is great. We kind of went through a lot of these on our show last week. So I want to kind of take time to highlight some of the newer stuff that you've added since then. Cronin's awesome. I think that's a great figure. I did want to talk about the articulation that Jason was mentioning earlier. These very Conan-like poses to have a character this size being able to reach around and point the sword straight at the camera.
Right. It looks so natural.
Reach
like it looks like human movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How lucky am I to have a business partner who's not only super creative, not only super cool, not only can figure out how to run a 3D printer just super fast and make this quality, but also can do awesome poses. It's like,
Dude.
Oh yeah,
so awesome.
That's a pretty major deal. Moonshine Mail says one of the top reasons this is successful is because of the real diversity in the line, not just some tokens dropped in because they have to.
We don't have any tokens in the brutal.
They're all original characters, man. This is how you do it. We're gonna get there.
And we wouldn't have this line without James and his brilliant freaking creative mind. I mean, all these characters. And he did, yes, he did use some. He had some help with AI, maybe a little bit. But seriously,
none in the writing.
All from that brilliant mind. He's an incredible writer. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
But the thing is,
behind it.
Bios are great.
It's the soul. It's the soul that's been injected in everything. You know what I mean? Like even though it might have been an AI template, James really injected his soul into it. And then we even discussed like the hairstyles of the characters, in depth.
Yes, we did.
You know what I mean? And like to make it authentic and the result is that everyone picked up on it. Everyone picked up that it's not forced. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Anyone has an issue with any of the hairstyles, blame me. It's all my fault.
It's your fault. You're the hairstylist in the group.
I am. I'm
the hairstylist.
I definitely
let's bring this up real quick because I think you had mentioned this on Mega J, the $5 accessory packs. So who was drunk and put accessory packs up for $5?
Guys, take advantage of this right now.
That was your idea.
Because I don't think we'll be able to do this once we get the quote from the factory. So everyone take advantage of us now and enjoy it. And we're definitely going to try and always bring the best value possible. But in the future, we're going to try and at least break even or make a dollar. So enjoy.
I'm buying 100 of the web accessory packs and then we'll put them on eBay after.
That's the Kickstarter exclusive.
What are you saying, Tommy? You're gonna send them to your friend Eric Bay?
Eric Bay, yeah, great friend.
Eric Bay. I'm buying them for a friend, Eric Bay.
Yeah.
Sam's got Sam Newsman, the busiest, what I like to call polyester American. Sam. If you really believe in the strength of your own IP, you won't have to grift on the community to fund Wave 2, WDC, 9 a.m. noon.
Is he saying that we shouldn't do a Kickstarter?
I think so. But the problem is, like what AWOC did, like when you're doing all new molds.
Yeah, it's so
that's a Kickstarter.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money, guys, that you have to have for not only the molds, but the minimum order quantity. I mean, if there was a way, things have been going great for us. If there's a way we don't have to do Kickstarter, I'd love not to do it. So we'll see. But
I know, like I said, AWOC had to do that with their latest series because it's all new molds.
Yeah,
I mean, that's right. If you're not introducing new molds, then it's real easy to or easier, I should say.
But it still involves the community support. You know what I mean? Whether we do a Kickstarter or not, we still need the support of the community.
Mythic Dolphins here.
Hey,
Oh,
Mr.
is it?
Dolphin. I
Tiffany.
love that name.
That's awesome. So yeah, we've got the accessory packs. I'm buying all of them. They're going to be on eBay later.
It's
Chief
Tiffany's
Macho was
birthday.
a big hit. Yeah, I
Tiffany's
think somebody
birthday
said
today.
Oh,
Steak
happy
dinner.
birthday, Tiffany. Happy birthday.
How do you eat your steak, Tiffany? It better be medium rare.
that's the only way.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the only
Bone,
way.
bone in ribeye, guys. I'm a steak
Oh yes, bone in ribeye.
connoisseur.
Oh man, I'm a tomahawk guy, bro.
Yes,
You,
that's
you heard
yes,
you heard it
Yeah.
here first.
Tomahawk.
James loves the bone in.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Put a big juicy bone in my mouth, and I'm happy. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, hey, look
look,
who's in the chat. Toy collector. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh!
Toy Collector Magazine.
Oh,
Great
Listen,
people.
let's give a
Subscribe-
round of
subscribe
applause
to Toy Collector
Blake.
Hey.
You know,
I look
Toy
forward to
collecting-
getting that magazine every month in the same way that I used to look forward to getting like every magazine, the
yep. Toy
SCCA
collecting.
magazine. I used to get Wizard magazine. Now I get
Oh.
Toy Collector magazine. So
I love it.
not-
I mean,
not
thank
small-
you, Blake, for everything, for supporting us. Thank you for supporting Adam and I with our column for the culture. You know, I mean, Toy Collector Magazine is our magazine for our generation. So, man, thank you.
Everybody
I'm
go
gonna
get
stop here.
sign up today.
I'm going to stop here real quick on the owl set because you just recently announced that you could get a 3-pack of the owls in the Kickstarter. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's under add-ons.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
created a new item, and it's only available as an add-on because I just want people to not just get owls from us and they don't buy our action figures. So you have to get at least one action figure, and then you can add the owl pack on. So
I think that's awesome. I think everyone needs an owl pack for Athena now that Athena is unlocked. Love that. Love the idea. Are there going to be more animals?
Absolutely. As soon as we can, we're going to make more articulate. And look at how we do articulation. I mean, imagine if we were to do an animal. You know, we'll probably work our way up to something bigger. So be patient with us. But as soon as we can, that's probably why we'll have to do another Kickstarter. Is if we do like a Beast Rider or something. So
Can we get a metallic owl?
Oh yeah, harken back to
Clash of the
Titans. Titans.
Clash of the Titans. Yeah.
Clash of
Well,
the Titans.
It's a
Yeah.
bronze owl, and
Yeah,
and
I'm,
too.
I'm
But
still
wait,
waiting on my redneck barbarian tier. I need some representation.
Well, hey, that's why that's the beauty and power of customization, baby.
Yeah,
You
That's
know?
right. I'm going to get the European guy, give him a beer, done. He's already got his shirt
There
on.
you go.
Make him like a young Uncle Jesse.
That's right.
Give it a
I'll put him up next to the ramen racer. That's what I'll do.
I went to college in
Yeah.
Albany, Georgia. I know some black rednecks, so
No,
you can
kidding
get
me?
Ogun too.
Some of my friends. Inutabi, this is one that helped you go in, right?
Oh
Red
yeah.
Skull.
This hits all the key things I like. So
That's my
Yeah,
boy. right there.
it's basically, if He-Man and Darth Vader had a night alone.
What? They don't look
Maybe-
he doesn't look anything like Darth Vader. What are you talking?
No, I said it could be the offspring. It's the
Oh,
offspring.
And I tell you
Oh,
what,
yeah.
he would beat the brakes off of Darth Vader
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, he would.
and
he
Skeletor.
what kind of man lets his son beat him in a fight?
Look, he's not even sure. Look at that picture. He's like, I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, yeah.
We got the Shadar unlocked now. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Shadar.
Just today. All this has been
Yeah.
unlocked today.
All
Everything.
today.
This all happened today. Athena was the one that folks were just dying for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dying
Yeah.
for.
I
Bunch
knew
of
once
grown
Athena-
men
Yeah.
wanting Gina Carano to beat them up.
Hello.
That's what they wanted.
Who doesn't?
Everybody I know Laser Pants does. He's got
Hey.
he loves Gina
You
Carano.
know, like this really shows just how much courage these guys have, because everyone wants to make the sexy female, right? And like the dainty, the curvy, and all that other stuff. But actually showing a female like forceful and muscular like this, I mean, that takes courage to get past the stereotype of even how we view female action figures. You know what I mean? Like this breaks that whole stereotype. And you know, when we showed this off to some, you know, we had a meeting with, you know, one of the big bad toy store people, and she loved it. She absolutely went bonkers over this. And it, to me, this really just shows, man, how once again Brutal Rum is breaking the frames and the chains of everything.
Yeah, I mean, you've got folks out there. You got Classified probably as one of the more recent military.
Hey, look what Jason's showing.
Flying. Oh, what's Jason got? Uh-oh.
He just finished that today.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not complete Grim Skull. It's
No,
got
it's not.
some barbarian pieces on it, but
Yeah.
it's the closest we've gotten so far. We're still working on his accessories. We're working our way up through the characters. So
Nice.
yeah.
He kicked the shit out of Cronin,
and took a
and
sword.
took a sword. Yeah,
Or
He
Cronin.
said, "Give me that sword, bitch."
yeah. And the reason why is he has a sword really is because we are reworking his sword, and I've yet to print it out. So
That's awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
He looks so good. He looks so good.
It does.
Man,
It
it looks
does.
I can't
Yeah, I
wait.
mean, he's not gonna have these same. He's not gonna have a the furry loincloth. He's gonna have his own metal
Metal loincloth.
loincloth. Yeah, yeah, and the boots, of course, are gonna be different. They're gonna go up past his knee, and so I mean, when you bend it, the knee, the knee guard will stick out like that and just fold back on when you put the leg straight.
And his
Man,
cape
that
is
looks
actually going to be brown and black, not red and black. But I like the red and black. We'll probably do a version of that down the road more. But this version that we're doing now is going to have a brown inside and black outside cape.
Translucent Grim Skull with a glow-in-the-dark sword and a
Ooh,
black and red cape.
a black translucent Grim Skull?
Yeah.
would be-
Yes.
Just like
Yep.
a smoky.
Listen, get out of my head. I'm already thinking, and I haven't told these guys
Like
stuff yet.
like
So
Noob Cybot.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
no!
Oh, he lost
No!
his freaking head.
His head!
We're gonna go to the small screen. Go to the small screen.
Come on.
That's what happens when we do it live.
That's
Did
right.
you catch
Yeah,
me playing with my toys again? No, sir. Did not see you
We'll
playing
do
with
it
your toys.
live. So with Athena, like you were saying, or like I was mentioning that, like, okay, so we got Classified stuff that has some female figures in there. You've got Marvel Legends with female figures in there, and I want to, like, a tip of the hat to Valaverse for doing like military females that actually look like they could kick somebody's ass, and they don't, not just, you know, they actually look like they could do something. And this goes right into the very muscular, athletic, kick-ass Athena that doesn't look like she's just ready to like, you know, put on a barely see-through white veil and give people good advice as they try to take on other Titans or whatever. Like,
if we ever do a live
she's
action
going
movie, they better come hard with the actors. They better not come with no bullshit. I'll tell you that right now.
Yep.
She better be on some roids and some.
We got some MMA castmates, or
no,
who,
MMA is still too small.
No.
MMA is still too small.
We go to WWE. You know who I'm thinking
There's
of.
there's some there.
Yeah.
There's
With
some
a little-
Brazilian in a special folder I have of.
I bet.
Listen, I can teach her how to fight.
Oh, hey yo.
Oh,
There
here we go.
That's
You ain't teaching none of our female characters how to fight, sir. I'm sorry. They're gonna
Hey,
hold you
I
up.
have one student that reached UFC.
Oh wow. Nice.
Oh,
Carlos
nice.
going to teach them how to fight to the tunes of Careless Whisper.
Oh.
No, he's going to teach them. You did not get Athena, did you, Inutabi?
Not yet, but I think I'll change my mind. So.
Yeah, wait till you see us like finish the design on her. I mean, look at the male body we're doing, and we still haven't like fine-tuned that all the way. But she's gonna be just I can't wait to get her in my
I can't wait.
hands.
I can't wait.
You know how many finally some cool Wonder Woman customs are going to come out of this?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Man, people go buy multiples and make Wonder Woman out of that. That's not even a secret.
And now that the female barbarian warrior 3s are available,
Yep.
And what didn't I make a female blank body too? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Jesus
There
Christ!
you go.
Right
There
there.
it is.
Yeah.
Female blank.
Yep.
Look at
Oh,
that.
we had a
You can-
question. Are we going to offer the blanks, the males and females on Big Bad Toy Store?
We can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the accessory packs and the blanks are Kickstarter only right now.
Okay.
And the owl pack.
And the owl pack.
All right, so that's worth noting. So the blanks owl pack will be. I mean, yeah, Kickstarter only. Kickstarter exclusive.
And the weapons.
Accessory
And
pack.
Yeah,
the
accessory pack.
and the $5 weapons.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you wanna people will probably love it if you go in and just put that exclusive label across that, just to people
Oh,
fiend-
yeah.
fiend for
Well, you know,
exclusive.
Big Bad Toy Store's got a lot of money. Who knows
That's
what
right,
might
that's
happen
right.
in the future.
That's,
So-
that
That's some
is,
stuff cooking. That's some stuff cooking.
Yeah, but for right now, yeah. But
Night
they got
Gear.
everything else. You know, they've got our heart, our soul.
So with the female Barbarians 3, are you
Yeah.
still doing European, African, and
Yeah. So
Native American?
unfortunately, we don't have as much finished media for them. So I did some crappy Photoshop as usual.
That looks good.
Yeah, that's a great shot right there.
Yes.
See.
So unfortunately, I want to be able to show how the female barbarian warriors are going to be like the male barbarian warriors. They're going to have leather tops and leather loincloths. They are not going to have boots though. They're just going to have bare feet because I like kind of that
I do too.
barbarian female
Yeah.
warrior walking around with their feet out. Don't judge me. And they're going to have a unique weapon, each of them. And they're going to have a unique head sculpt, each of them as well. So keep that in mind. And we might make up for things with other stuff. They might have a piece of jewelry that's different for each of them. So, we're still working on things. But we're going to give you your money's worth. You're not going to feel...
Scott Baker has a question. Will you still be able to add the blanks in the backer kit?
Absolutely. Anything that we're offering on Kickstarter will be available in the backer kit. We're not going to hold anything back. Yeah.
Awesome. Good to know. And numbers, the way if anyone's new to backer kit, the numbers escalate throughout the backer kit, but I don't think it's going to matter. I feel like everything's going to get unlocked in the next couple days, and it ain't gonna
It might be unlocked tonight.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, like
Speaking
what
of it,
is
hold on.
we've got Lion Lord, right? That's
Yeah.
the newest unlock. That's another one that I know brought Inutabi in. Like
Yeah.
you got Lion Lord, right?
Yep.
I definitely, like I said earlier backstage, it's a good time for you guys to stop because I keep upping my pledge. I was thrilled with $230. Like I was like, this is good. This is a good place. This is a good place. And I'm getting to the point now where it's like I'm going to save money by doing the all in.
Yeah.
And that's man math. Like we always make fun of woman math. I'm about to make fun of some man math because I'm like, well, I mean, I want this guy anyway, so I may as well do $1,200. No, I'm not doing $1,200, but it's like that's House Hendo Articulated Ninja would approve. Yes,
hey, that's what we were aiming for. That's
the goal. James mentioned earlier the only reason they did it is so that they can hopefully get invited onto Articulated Ninja's channel.
Absolutely. Well,
yeah,
just
I-
to even
I
be
could see
talked
that.
about on this channel would be an honor.
It'll happen. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
So this
I'm
10th tier
really
Lion
excited
Lord.
about this Lion Lord, though, man. I'm really excited about that. I mean, for obvious reasons, but he just looks so dope, and it would be such a cool addition to, the collection. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really cool. And
Yeah, I'm a big fan of homages. Like I do a lot of third party stuff that is less of an homage and a direct what I want.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan. Like I do. Like the one thing I can't go all in on Mythic Legions just because I love it. I love it all, but you got to find a limit somewhere, right? So I do like the homage stuff. I do the Figura Obscura stuff because it's a little tip of the hat to some stuff that I really love, and that's why Lion Lord comes to mind for obvious reasons. Everyone can tell that it's an homage to a lot of one of our favorite childhood cartoon characters, which loved Thundercats. I was a huge fan. So to have an homage to a certain cat character, is there plans for more homages going forward, like more kind of in your face homages? in future
There's
ways.
no way we can't continue to do anthropomorphic. As a matter of fact, the next tier, there is an anthropomorphic Black Panther. So do with that what you want. There's going to be a Wolfman, more in the style of like a Hammer Films Wolfman, and then we're also going to do a Monkey King. So you can start creating your own anthropomorphic world. I love apes and primates and lions, and I couldn't resist making an anthropomorphic lion. I don't know how many ways you can go with that. We still haven't done the one lion character that we came up with very early on. And I can't wait to show him, but he's going to be on our bigger body, the brute buck. And since lions are indigenous to Africa, the African lion, I feel like it's a disservice not to do a character that looks more representative of the majority of people in Africa. So, and he's going to be, this character is going to be like our King Grayskull. And he's just going to be this badass motherfucker who no one can defeat. So looking forward to showing him off as soon as we are able to start working on our brute body. So
Female cat-like?
things.
Female cat-like figures? Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mantis says, Ukla the Mock.
Oh, brother.
For that beast body right there.
With the mock.
Calm down. Probably
gonna jump through the screen.
He wouldn't be on this book right here. He'd have to be on our brute book.
Yeah.
For us. Sure. But you can do whatever you guys want.
Yeah. For your customizations,
Titan,
knock it out.
Any chance for a claw shield for that Lion Lord?
Well, if you look at his arms, he has two arms that are like that, and
they're essentially claw shields, but they are his actual hands and arms.
Yeah,
you can see it on that middle.
I never got why he would have.
I didn't either. Yeah,
one lion hand.
David, you know who's going crazy over that Lion Lord? Jorge.
Who?
Jorge.
Oh, Jorge. Yeah.
Oh,
Jorge.
yes.
Yeah. He's chomping at the bit right now when we're talking about.
Oh my God! He posted it right away in Thundercats Classic.
Yeah. he really wants to help us develop it.
He's great. He's great. He's really talented, dude.
Diesel Fit.
Awesome. Yeah.
I can't tell.
Look,
I don't want to.
I am too.
Looks like you molded some of the figures after him.
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Spending so much money on this line now for sure.
I am too.
Got a friend, Ende Reckham, damn near killed him. Carlos Espino, Badass Reviews. Hi, brother. Just got interested in this line today with Athena. Started looking more info here for the last one. Well, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming along, man.
Look at that.
Zulu warrior with a Zulu shield.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Man. Yes.
Absolutely. One of my favorite, when I was a kid, I watched, Shaka Zulu, man. That was like the movie.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was such a badass movie, man. I would
love, man.
As a matter of
That's
fact.
why I got these, baby.
Oh, put those away, sir. Put those away.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
there's children around.
The nudity.
I
said I wanted to see nipples, dadgummit. I guess I did.
One of the images that is the inspiration for all of Brutal Realm is this awesome African artwork of this African warrior holding his African queen. I'll find it and I'll post it on.
Yeah, we gotta see
Instagram, that because it's always been such an inspirational.
I thought the inspiration was me, dude.
It's always
there we go. When the gun's out, the fun's out.
I looked at the European nude body that you had up there.
Yeah,
and I think I'm the model for the between the legs part. Really, I don't want to. It's embarrassing. Let's not. Why did anybody bring that up? That's embarrassing.
It was a mess between you and Howard Stern.
Absolutely. Oh God,
God, you're gonna have me showing off that slipper if you're not careful. That one slipper. That's great. So. You got the 11th tier is the primal warrior figures, which is the buck of the beast body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What's-
that's on our old body, but it looks so good. Wait till you see it on our 2.0. So we're gonna add fur to our main hero body and give it essentially the same look as that. And we're gonna do that Monkey King head sculpt. We're gonna with the motif for that. We're gonna do an anthropomorphic Black Panther, and we're gonna do a Wolfman. And that's gonna close it out because we got to make sure that we're able to focus on all this and not just keep going and going.
Yeah, for sure. And get that actually brings me to one of the last questions. Like, you've got 11 tiers here right now with a few things that you've said were exclusive to the Kickstarter backer kit. Is what you have on the screen right? What you've uploaded onto Kickstarter, is that it for this Kickstarter? There's
Yes.
a few days left.
It's finally it. So Tiffany
Okay.
can no longer be mad at me for not showing everything. Everything is there that we have to offer, except it's just not to the level that we'd love to show it to you at. And I'm so thankful for everyone who is backing us and getting these just glimpses of what we have in mind, but trusting us to create cool characters. I promise you, Jason and I will not let you down, especially Jason. Jason will sacrifice whatever he needs to make
Life
sure
and
you guys
limb.
are happy. That is not a joke. Hopefully people trust us, and we're gonna come through for them. So,
And these
Now,
will make
is there-
fantastic gifts for next year, for next Christmas. So
Absolutely.
order these bad boys now.
Yep.
Get them all now, because next Christmas, woo, under that
It's
tree,
gonna be
baby.
smoking.
So Vaughn, that
Woo!
brings up a good question. Like, what's the range of time for delivery on this? And when I ask that, I mean, like, there's 11 tiers here. Is this are you thinking this is all a wave? Is this going to be a wave 2, 1, 2, 3 release? Is this once it's done, everything shipping at the same
Yeah,
time?
well, it depends on how we do it, but the beauty of it is that essentially, with the matrix of the bodies, they're all the same body, right? So it's really just about having everything prime and ready. So, honestly, man, I'm looking at a development, calendar, a schedule of about 8 to 9 months. And then from there, we'll make sure that everything is tight, debugged, button up. Our packaging is going to be right, getting everything ready for shipping. I love to have everything in the toy world. There's only 2 seasons: there's spring and fall. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? So it's like right now we're going to start rocking on this on everything to have it ready for like a spring kind of thing. So by the summer, the Comic-Con and everything, we'll be able to roll in. You guys can start saving them, or getting ready for fall so you can have them for Christmas. But by next year, this time, man, we'll definitely have things in hand, packaged, ready to go. Orders are going to be fulfilled. So it's like we're jamming like right away. There's no rest. You know what I mean? And it's funny, and during this whole process, I've been prepping, my factory partners, at real time, so that way, once this Kickstarter is over, we can start to run into production. And that's one reason why I've been confident about this. Hey, you got to believe in it. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to, as these young kids now, you got to stand on business. So it's like, hey, man, we have a really good recipe. I think everyone's going to be on it. And once this is over, we're going to start jamming and rocking and continue to let the community know what's happening. Give them updates of the development so they can see and everything and where we're going. And you guys are part of the process as well. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be rocking.
Big Dub brings up a thing I wanted to ask. So I'm not all that far away from Atlanta, and I'm going to try to come down at least that Sunday, the last day of the show.
My brother,
Are
Big Dub.
you guys will be in Joe-Lana?
absolutely,
Yes, sir.
we are. We just bought tickets for Vonner to be there with us. Our packaging artist Ken Coleman is going to be like a main attraction.
Straight from Ireland. Straight from
Straight up
Ireland.
from Ireland.
From the Irish
See
of
you
Ireland.
guys there.
Oh, hey, Carlos is going to be there. Carlos,
I'm in.
I'm going to add you to. We're going to take you out to dinner with us. So keep a day open for that.
Yeah, you guys would be a great fit for PowerCon next
Listen,
year.
I'm gonna tell you
Yes.
something. I'm gonna tell you about PowerCon. It is a disgrace that Mattel does not support PowerCon the way they should, and
That's fine.
we definitely will support in any type of way to be a part of PowerCon to help promote it, because I mean this is where the Motu fan shows up, and
Yep.
I'll be honest with you, it's a disgrace the way that Mattel treats them.
They're gonna hear this and then they're gonna back PowerCon, and because they're gonna be scared of you, Vonner. So
That's right.
don't tell them.
Hey,
so we
Tommy,
can-
you wanna carpool to Joe Lana one Sunday?
Yeah, we can do that. That's
I
4
can
hours
slide
for
on
me.
by. I'm gonna drive down. I can slide by your house and pick y'all up.
Yeah, well, that's right. We'll
Hey,
go.
I meet
carpool.
Bonner in
Uber.
PowerCon.
Yeah,
just to
I
add-
did PowerCon one year with AWOC, and I loved it. So I hopefully I'm freed up to go to PowerCon in 25 when they bring
PowerCon is
it back.
great,
So
dude.
we had planned to have launched our Kickstarter PowerCon last year, but unfortunately the designer at that time was giving us an update about once every month and a half. But BrutalCon, I like that. But to
Yeah,
add to
BrutalCon.
Vonner's thing about production, after this Kickstarter is over, we're gonna go like into the lab and focus on getting these files, these designs together. So you guys might not see as much updates from us, but we will update as soon as there's big changes. So we're gonna tighten the sculpt up and the articulation and get all the every accessory we've designed working properly. Jason's going to be printing. I'm just going to be chatting and not helping at all. But other than that, we're going to be working hard to get these figures to you guys as soon as possible. So if you don't get as many updates from us, you'll see why when we do update you, because it's going to be big stuff.
Yeah,
AZ
so just-
has a really good idea with the
yeah, I saw
cigar.
that.
I
There
like
you
that.
go. Hang gliders made of animal hides.
Oh wow!
That's from
They come
folks.
out of the shadows, but okay.
Sticks, stones, and animal
I love
hides.
hang gliders.
I mean, like
Yeah,
ox,
man.
ox
I
hide,
mean,
man. It
yeah.
could be like an ox hide or something like
We're
that.
not giving them any Ewok gliders. If they're gonna have gliders, it's gonna be like some sort of
That's all you're
pterodactyl.
making.
It's gonna
That's
be
an
like
Ewok glider.
A pterodactyl, yeah.
it's gonna be like a falcon or like a mythical bird that they are
Raven.
just grabbing. And
Like
Oh,
a-
you know
like
what it's
a-
gonna be?
cool
It's gonna
as
be
Thunderbird.
a Jesse Falcon that they fly.
oh, let's go.
Big
We
up
might
to
have to
Jesse
do that.
Falcon.
You
My
telling me
brother.
Chief Mato wouldn't ride in on a Thunderbird?
Oh, that's the whole part of the story.
He's about to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
absolutely.
Man, I love it.
We
we
want to
got
come
now
out
we're
with
getting
a
the questions
Thunderbird.
in. We got mounts. or animals.
Absolutely, guys.
Yeah.
We were just
It's all
talking.
coming.
If you're holding an animal from its feet, that's kind of a mount. It's mounting you in a way, but yeah. Cisco,
That's a
I'm
different. That's the wrong side of the internet. That's the wrong side of the internet.
Unleash the Dragon, another shitty
James-
tattoo of mine.
James is going dark web.
Mr. Crow.
Oh wow,
That's better.
nice.
Yeah, I should do some figures
Never.
based on yourself.
Maybe
Never.
Vonner. We probably
Well,
do.
I mean, I am War Machine.
I saw
mean,
those abs. You already are.
Look, I've been War Machine twice so far. You know, I've been a Jurassic Park Merc. I've actually been a non-binary Barbie figure. So I'm kind of like
As you
all
should
over
be.
the place.
I can definitely see Vonner as inspiration for some characters. So definitely.
I'm telling you, I'm just
we have to
still
follow
waiting
the
on my-
tradition. Go ahead. Sorry.
still waiting on my redneck barbarian. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. Yeah, we're gonna get it for you one day. Sure, absolutely.
Well, that'll be a tier all of its own, but a different kind of
No,
tier.
It'd be an
It's a
exclusive.
sad
It's
tier.
a six-pack of PBR too. It's going to come with a
That's
six-pack
right.
of PBR.
Well,
the
guys,
whole-
I want to say thank you so much for coming. Inutabi, you got anything you want to add to these fine folks? You've been up there just kind of soaking it all in as a.
I'm
as
just
a
glad
new
you
Kickstarter.
stopped because I'm tired of changing my pledge every other day.
We have to. It's enough. I don't know how much higher this Kickstarter is going to go. We're thankful for every little bit we get where we are, but we have to focus on what we're going to offer. So this is it. Hopefully, everyone gets every single figure they want, and we can't wait to bring it to you.
Vonner, anything you want to add in closing?
James summed it up perfectly, man. Just I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to the fans. Thank you to Big Bad Toy Store, to James and Jason, to Jesse Falcon for narrating the video. I mean, to Blake at Toy Collector Magazine. All you guys, ACBA.
Absolutely.
I mean, so many people have helped make this happen. And again, I'm just so proud that this is a community effort. You know what I mean? Like we all stood together and did this, and we all collectively can breathe a sigh of relief that we did it. And applaud each other and more importantly, get to work. So this is fun. Thank you.
Well said, guys.
And it's still not over. We still got 2 more days, guys.
I know.
2 more
it's
days,
crazy.
it ain't done yet.
2 more
Yo,
days.
this the party that is not ending. This
I'm tired.
No, the party just starts at when the money comes in at the end of this Kickstarter and you go into backer kit.
We're not gonna be able to do anything with it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Jason, anything you want to add here at the end?
I mean, my boys said it right. They said it right. Thank you all to the whole community. I mean, all of the YouTubers, the live streamers. I mean, the community, the followers who've been following us since day one.
Yep.
Backing us, supporting us, encouraging, and just shouting Brutal Realm. I mean, and thank you all to everyone who's funding these dream figures. I mean, these figures are just like, I mean, you're funding them for me. You're funding them for yourselves. So thank you all, Tiffany. Thank you so much for being behind us and helping us along the way. Really appreciate it.
Mythic Gas is Killian the Red in the Brutal package.
I think the Let's Get Brutal package has 3 Shadar figures, and in the backer kit you can instead of doing the 3 Shadar figures, you can switch out for a Killian. And
I mean, I don't know why you do that. You need to have the 3 Shadar and a Killian.
You should just
Stop it.
add
The Shadar are the
Killian
only thing. Like the only thing
Just
I
add
haven't
Killian.
added. Don't make me want those. Stop making me
Well,
want things.
You need
Brother,
to,
they're gonna
when
be
you see
friggin'
what we're gonna
badass,
do.
Listen. I'm gonna hate to do. Stop telling me to buy stuff. Please, no, I'm kidding. What a dick move. I apologize for that. I apologize for kicking you out.
I mean, you love
just-
General
Carlos,
Rumsfeld. You gotta have his
anything-
army.
I know I do.
At least one of them. At least
Man,
one.
you know what? If we break 400,000, we'll do something very special.
Nudity. It's coming.
Ooh.
Carlos, you got anything you want to add? They were talking about the supporters, and you've been there since day one. So, what do you have to say?
Man, I'm just blown away for all the support, especially like on the YouTube group and the Facebook group. The community is doing amazing. I mean, they're helping a lot, participating with all the posts and everything. So just let's keep the role, like spread the word. Like I'm gonna do my part on my Instagram and my YouTube, doing the same thing. And like these guys right here, Bonner and James, Jason, they're like the example of what a company can do to make these big companies like Hasbro, Mattel even greater, because they try to emulate these guys, because what these guys are doing is way better than these humongous companies are doing. And as you can see now, all these companies like Marvel Legends, they need to step up, and they're doing it because of people like them, because what they're doing. They're doing
It's because the
setting example.
CEOs, the folks that are here, the CEOs that are at the top of the pyramid give a shit, and the CEOs of Hasbro don't know who anybody's name is.
Oh,
That's just how
We
it is.
we are the shareholders. We are collectors and
Yeah,
shareholders.
that's what I'm saying. Like
We know
again,
what
I
you
collect
want
Hasbro, but
and what
we
we
can't
want.
fool ourselves
People
into
speak
thinking
with
the
the
guy in the
pockets.
top of the tower gives a damn.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
but so that's why Inutabi and I kind of started this whole thing to focus on the indie guys, because the indie guys.
Yep.
I mean, until you get famous enough that you can forget who we are, like for the
I
time
can't
being.
wait.
No,
I can't
never.
wait.
I'm just saying.
Never,
Don't forget.
brother. Never.
Who? Kato?
Be like Bonner.
Once you're in Target, we don't show you anymore.
Kato?
No, I'm
Be
just
like
kidding. That's
Bonner.
not true.
He's
Look
always
at Bonner.
humble.
Bonner is
He's
like,
humble. He's always humble.
yeah.
Hey,
know.
Stay humble.
I mean, and this is a humbling experience. You know what I mean? I've been humbled a lot, but and the main thing is like this is actually something I've been harping on since the days at Hasbro. You know, like really take our citizenship serious. Like we're not just some weirdos that buying stuff and talking about it. Like we're serious, and we have families. So now our kids are into this. Like our kids see us with all this stuff, and it's normalized now. They don't have to hide that. They don't have to hide their fanhood. They can showcase that. They can be proud about that. You know what I mean? And also too is something good about actually bringing like this type of style back. And hopefully, man, it continues to grow and grow, and no telling where we go. Animation, video games, comic books, movies. Like the world is there now, man. Everyone is taking notice. So we're aiming. It's like that scene in Apollo 13. We just got it locked in on Earth. That's it. We just locked in. So
I have ideas for all that, so I'm ready to go.
Well, all I know is that there's a certain guy in a smoking jacket that may need some advice on doing a toy line itself, because I want the.
Hey, brother, we got you.
Knowledge figures to have.
Honor.
So.
Knowledge is power. So let's do it. Let's make this umbrella. Let's broaden this umbrella. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're gonna make a Western round. You watch.
Oh, bro, don't tease me with a good time.
That's something that's missing, man.
Well, I want to say thanks to everyone in the chat. Mythic Dolphin. Listen, I don't know what you do for a living, and it's none of my business. But good Lord, thank you for all the Kickstarter support. You're like a.
She was on till 2:30 a.m. last night. I was
insane.
still on it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, super
dedicated,
superstar, super backer. Hey, congratulations on getting Inu Tabi to pop his Kickstarter cherry and go in on a Kickstarter.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're not adding anything else. So it's because I'm just tired of updating my pledge. Like
absolutely.
I don't know if you guys get notifications when stuff like that happens, but it's got to be.
Yep.
It's got to be something. It's
every minute, dude. Every minute.
Yeah. My phone hasn't been on 100% like all week.
Speaking of talent, I actually, Quentin, I want to apologize. I did this without your permission, but I know you don't care. I showed actually Jason some of the stuff that you had been doing for the Book of Jacob Kane, and he loved it too. So
the Book of Jacob Kane,
little sneak peek there. That's the brilliant artist. If you ever need someone to,
he does good work. I've seen some of that stuff on your.
Does good stuff. Bleeding me dry. I've had to change my pledge I changed my pledge 3 times today.
Yeah.
So,
I think I changed mine 5 times.
Yeah.
I just keep adding
2 times today, man. It's been a crazy day.
It has.
Hey, what's up, Brick?
But Brick's here. Brick was on with Mega J Retro with you.
Oh, Brick,
he may
man.
or may not be a backer.
Brick's another one, man. Like Brick has been going hard. Another one since day one. Thank you so much.
Brick's a part of that inner circle, definitely.
Yeah. Congrats to all the fans. Well, guys, I want you guys to stick around for a second. I don't have a proper outro, so I'm just going to show the Jacob Kane nonsense again until we get out of here. Thanks to everyone in chat. Thank you for all the super chats and the support. If you haven't already backed Brutal Rounds, get out of here. Links are in the description.
Let's get the Book of Jacob Kane.
Stop it now. You stop. I'm getting Woody over here.
Put up an Indiegogo so you can, get some money to fund more art. Do something.
Yep, there you go. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Love you. Mean it. Again, you guys stick around.
Thank you.
Love you all.
You made my dreams come true.
Quentin J. Bedwell and Cato bring you a synchronized bowels production. The Book of Jacob Kane. The Book of Jacob Kane is a supernatural fantasy set in the old American West. What happens when ancient evils awaken? One man is destined to save the world. The Book of Jacob Kane, coming soon.